March 47. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On second down, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Allen throwing complete to Foster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Middle. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, Echo. Come on here, come get some.
Now Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
King to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
At the 32-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Sponge. No. Recon, 132 fighter. Half. On the ball. Go.
To throw, it's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From midfield, here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check. Cross. Check 24. Check 24.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post. Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Two times.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw. Was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check nickel. Hey, Charlie.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And that's complete to Croft. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
High 7.
And again, it's Allen. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a run with Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Half 85, half 85. Come. He's coming.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5, as they get ready for second and goal. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The end result, 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Allen now looks to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
No.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike Nitty. The Sunday fellas will set a tone. Hey, Zoo.
Here's Allen on first and 10, letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again on second and 10. Allen. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Allen again here on second and 10. He'll let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now King looking to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw. King. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now throwing again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Allen's throw is complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Here's King on 1st down. They're right, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 63 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because
and my goodness, another interception. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. The Bills on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen finds Croft as tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From midfield, here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On first down, Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Mike. Hey, Delta. 21. Let's go.
From the gun, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Got him in. It's Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. This is Jones. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just